Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. It is Thursday, July 10th, 2014. I just put a video out last night titled Border Patrol Save America, Not the Children of Illegals. Of course, we're being fed propaganda by the Obama administration using children. I mean, think about how detestable that is. You notice how he always uses children, whether or not it's Sandy Hook, or it's the Batman massacre, or it's these engineered shootings by the government. It's always about saving the children, which is exactly why they've engineered the crisis south of the border. And again, Obama is using children as his human shield. Now, if you can't see that, well, you should probably just leave this channel right now because you're dumb, deaf, and blind. You know, I typically don't go through comments, but because this is such a divisive issue, and I still see so many dumbed down Americans, even among my own audience, that disappoints me, I've got to go through some of these comments and just explain to a lot of you, which I'm probably just preaching to the choir, why it's illegal to bring illegals into the United States of America. Now, for any of you in support of saving the children of illegals, I suggest we drop them off by the boatload at your house. And I personally want to thank President Barack Obama for opening up the White House, his doors, and his other residences. I also want to thank Mark Zuckerberg, billionaire of Facebook, for housing all of these illegals. You guys are so nice. You're so pro-amnesty. You're so pro-forward U.S. And it's just fantastic. So again, any of you liberal lepers out there that think we should save the children of illegals, I want to personally thank you for allowing us to drop them off by the boatload at your house. You can feed them, you can bathe them, you can give them medical care, and you're not going to be able to participate in Obamacare, welfare, or food stamps. In fact, that's the condition. You have to pay for it. You have to house it. So if they bring in diseases, which has been reported, it's the absolute truth, whether or not it's scabies or HIV or something else, maybe it's the Black Plague, you have to solve that problem. You have to take that on your shoulders. And again, the overriding point here, folks, as divisive as this issue is, the overriding point here is this is an engineered crisis. It's been engineered by the President of the United States. Again, if you can't see that, it's one of the reasons why he hasn't visited south of the border. It's one of the reasons why he's making comments saying that, you know, this isn't a publicity stunt, this isn't a charade, this isn't a photo op, etc., etc. When someone says that, they're telling you it is. So again, for any of you in support of saving the children of illegals, I suggest we drop them off by the boatload at your house. And feel free just to list your address. In fact, sign a petition to have all of the millions of illegals show up at your house. And they can stay there. It sounds like a wonderful utopia that many of you have just created. You know, another comment that I put was, well, I guess from the liberal leper perspective, the quicker we bust all these illegals in, the quicker the country goes bust. Let's make sure to get them all on welfare, Obamacare, and food stamps before it's too late. And you know, see, this is the mentality. A lot of you rainbow sniffers out there that think it's just utopia and that because there's crises overseas, we should just let illegals in by the boatloads, especially if they're children. You diaper sniffers out there, you child worshipers. George Carlin liked to do pieces about this. The child worship syndrome here in America. It's why Obama's playing the heartstrings, playing you like a fiddle, playing you like a harp right now to save the children, because we got a bunch of diaper sniffers here in the United States of America and their child worship. Well, you know, the point being is you bring all these people over here and it collapses the welfare system as it exists today here in the United States of America. It's already collapsing under its own weight, if you haven't noticed. So I guess from that perspective, from the liberal leper perspective, bring them in. In fact, this shitstorm will crumble quicker than maybe even I thought. So yeah, bust them in and get them all on socialist America's bandwagon. That's right, welfare, Obamacare, Obama shoes, Obama cell phones, food stamps, and let's rock this shit into the ground before it's too late. In fact, you know what? Why are we discriminating against just Mexican children or just children from Honduras? Why don't we open up our borders, and why are we discriminating against Ethiopian children? Why are we saving them? Why are we saving Ukrainian children? Why are we saving children in Somalia? In fact, we should just open our borders to make it a borderless country, according to you liberal lepers, and let every country and every child from every crisis-ridden country come into the United States and bankrupt the system and bankrupt our country. Again, if we do that, we lose our sovereignty. We become the crisis-ridden, horseshit, violent, vile countries that these people detest, that they're risking their lives to come here to the United States in the first place. Again, put all the sources here. Glenn Beck announcing a major border event in Texas. In fact, he's going down to, yep, you guessed it, save the children with soccer balls and teddy bears, as if that's going to do anything. And again, I want to make this point. It's not that I don't have a heart. It's not that I don't care and or love children. It has nothing to do with that. It's about doing what's in the best interest of the United States and the people of the United States. You know, the also, another weak and loose argument, I'm looking for the comment here. Here it is. It says, I bet those Native Americans didn't want damn Europeans taking their land and claiming it as their own, taking their jobs and resources. How dare they? This is a horseshit, asinine argument. Two wrongs don't make a right. And I responded to it down here. The Native American argument is a loose one. Loose like a hooker. You leftist lepers out there arguing we should open up our borders, our nation's borders, and allow illegals in so they can invade and destroy American sovereignty is ridiculous and asinine. Two wrongs don't make a right. Now, I've actually been very outspoken on the tragic plight of the Native American population. And again, my heart goes out to them. But just because the Native Americans were screwed by the white man doesn't mean we just open up our borders so we can be invaded by Save the Children, so that this country is destroyed. It makes no sense, and it's an idiotic argument. And again, and honestly, it's shameful. It makes me personally not ashamed of America, but ashamed of the people here in America that are this dumb, that literally can be propagandized. Yes, it's a word. Go look it up in the dictionary. That can be propagandized, their heartstrings pulled by this socialist, I would argue fascist at the White House, using Save Our Children as a smokescreen to accomplish these policies. Again, all of this, a political ploy, a smoke and mirror campaign. This has been a setup. This is the Hegelian dialectic. They create the crisis, which creates a political vacuum. Then they solve and provide the solution to the problem they created in the first place. And it's exactly what is happening. And that is why this president is such a scumbag. Because he always uses race to divide and conquer America. Whether or not it's likening himself to Trayvon Martin, playing the race card with that tragedy, or it's playing the race card now here south of the border. Again, an engineered crisis by the White House and the political elites. And these people are absolute and entirely scumbags. Again, America, what part of illegal don't you understand? What part of illegal don't you get? There is no viable reason that we should and or need, or is it constitutionally principled that we should open our borders to illegal children? Again, Save the Children is a propaganda campaign by the Obama coup, the Obama coup d'etat. And this is what's happened in America today, and what saddens me and sickens me is they've been successful with this hijacking of America. Because all you liberal leper idiots out there welcome these illegals with open arms. Well, again, house them at your house. I want to see all of these dropped off by the boatload at your place. I want to see Mark Zuckerberg house the children of illegals at his mansion. I want to see Bill Gates house these children at his homes. I want to see Obama house these illegals at the White House. And until I see that happen, get out and stay out. I'm Christopher Green, hard-hitting it in your face. Get this video out everywhere, make it viral, and click the link below to support our sponsor.